Welcome to Salvador Valley, a project under construction by 4 Irish guys building the hostel of every backpacker's dreams. We're located on a 3-acre property in a rural village 2 kilometers from some of El Salvador's best surf beaches and nightlife destinations. We started construction April last year, and in that time we've got connected to electricity, dug a well and built 1 shelter, 1 toilet, 1 shower, and we're currently constructing a second shed to get all the tools out of our living quarters. We still don't have a vehicle of our own, but luckily we had a friend that loaned us their 4-wheel drive, which allowed us to pick up all of the teak planks and posts. We're finally collecting the posts that we had cut from those beautiful teak trees to be used in future projects yet to be decided. Shine bright like a diamond. Horse are ridden by. No piece goes to waste, including the sawdust, which we're going to use for our toilets, and then turn the mulch and compost into fertilizer to grow more of the same trees.
Flick for the camera. Oh,
lovely.
Our main priority this week was continuing the work on the shed. Luckily, Chato was available to lay all of the blocks, and when it came to putting the finishing touches, we jumped on board to fill the cavities in the blocks with concrete. Chato is a neighbour which we've befriended in the last year, who is a skilled block layer. So although we do like to attempt and do as much of the work here ourselves, laying blocks is very tedious, and because we want this shed built, we were more than happy to pay Chato and his son for their time to lay all of the blocks for the walls. While Chato was here, he suggested that we cover our well so the rainwater doesn't wash down and erode either side of the PVC tubing. So he was happy to lay that concrete foundation. We just had to give him a hand carrying the buckets of mix. Chato is always keen to share natural medicinal tricks, such as applying escobilla to open wounds, which he showed Seán to treat his little injury. During the week, we had a very distinguished guest in the form of our Uncle John, who was here on an extended layover. He decided to visit, and even though it was just for a couple of nights, we had to make sure the place was in proper order. So we organised the kitchen and living area and tidied up one of the tents for our VIP guest.
What's happening, eh?
We need to run the holes down. I know there's the holes reach. Alright.
Buenos dias. We also had to change over our compost toilet to the second chamber. So I'm just putting in the urination separation tube. So this prevents urine going into our compost toilet. So I'm just switching over to the new chamber because this one is full. We've been using it for 6 months now. I won't show you inside, but it's getting pretty high up. There's a wall in between the 2 chambers, so we'll leave this one for 6 months and use this one, and then come back to this one and retrieve the compost, which should hopefully be really good fertilizer for all of our plants. Well, I'm just trying to hand sculpt the toilet so the seat sits on it better. It's already a lot better than before. It's not really doing the wheelie as much. I have to take out that bit of concrete there. So people that come here will be shitting on a hand sculpted toilet. Not sure you could say that too many times. I've personally never sat on a hand sculpted toilet. Gonna put a bit of mesh in front of that so that sometimes sawdust gets down there and you don't want to block this tube because then well, you'll have a backlog. So I'll put this mesh in here and I'll silicone that, and I'll try to do a better job siliconing it than the last time. It was a bit agricultural.
We've got some chili from the market. This is what they call it apparently. Feeding time at the zoo.
During John's visit, we decided to take the couple of days off work and instead go on an excursion to the nearby waterfalls in Tamanique. Afterwards, we went to the beach and had a swim in the Pacific Ocean. The waves were sufficiently strong to wake you up.
It's the beginning of a new week. You want to explain what we're doing on this fine Monday morning?
We're going to move the chicken coop so that it has more shade and we don't have to use the tarp for shade because it was a bit unsightly, and it'll also give the chicks better ground for pecking on. So the coop was designed to be portable for that reason, so it's been a while since we last moved it, so it's time to move it again, and we've picked a better location now so it'll have more shade.
Have we lost a chicken?
Yeah, I think it's gone into the neighbour's chicken run. So we'd have to do some identification to get him returned, get her returned.
Which colour was it? It was a brown one.
White one. Is the other one still in here, is it?
Yeah, I thought the white one was in here.
Disaster.
The what just came out?
The cock just slipped out.
No. Dun dun!
You have to do it for me.
The cock is out. Nice.
The rain is a significant factor in the design and construction of this project, and although we've just started with some basic shelters, we do need to plan for our more ambitious builds which will take rain into account, and given our landscape we have to work with the elements, not against them. Usually it rains at night time, but sometimes it rains during the day, which means we have to put tools down and wait for it to clear up to continue whatever works we have ongoing.
little bit out of this path and putting up a bit of a buttress around it. So it will be like this, just to stop the back bank. So we're digging a moat around where we're going to put the teepee. This is our second time doing this, so we did one for the teepee up above, and it's working well so far at draining the stormwater. So the idea is the moat has a consistent gradient heading down the way, so when the rainwater hits the canvas, it goes into the trench, which will be backfilled with gravel, and then we'll put a PVC drainage pipe exit, so it all goes away from the tent and maintains the inner perimeter should remain dry. So it's still experimental, like the other one we only did it a couple of weeks ago, but so far so good. So we're going to execute this one now because it's far more cost effective than building a platform, and these are only semi-permanent structures, so it's good to save money wherever you can. And yeah, it's just a bit of hard work, which is, you know, half the fun.
To complete the construction of our new shed, we needed some more teak logs 4 inches in diameter. So we went to our local supplier with our neighbour's chainsaw and cut some down in the afternoon.
Whoa.
I got fucking machetes, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're very grateful to have been welcomed into this rural community where we find ourselves, and so far our biggest factor for integration, besides buying as much local produce like eggs and milk as possible, has been playing football.
Oh, lovely. Come down here.
It's absolutely brilliant. We're only 100 metres away from the local pitch, and there's a tournament on with games 3 nights of the week. The lads in the village have been slagging me for foul play by introducing 2 additional players to the pitch the other night.
You're shocking!
Go play.
Have a gun.
Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe to see the next video where we'll be putting the finishing touches on the shed. Unfortunately, the production quality won't quite be as high as this one because Mr. Niall Pringle is leaving us, but we'll do our best to keep you guys entertained and updated with the progress of the project.